Hello everyone. In this session, we want to talk about creating virtual switches. The virtual switch is created right here in the Hyper-V Manager console. And once you have Hyper-V installed on the Hyper-V Manager page, you're going to be able to come under the Action section and click on Virtual Switch Manager. And once Virtual Switch Manager is opened, you're going to see that you have a choice of creating an external, internal, or private switch. Any computer connected to the switch that you create can transmit data to any other computer connected to the same switch. Now, unlike physical switches, the virtual switches created by Hyper-V can have an unlimited number of ports. We're going to go ahead and create an external switch. So we're going to click on Create Virtual Switch. And you see here we have a choice, if we click this down arrow, of choosing a network adapter. We're going to choose the first network adapter that we have here, because we want to bind that network adapter to the switch. We're going to go ahead and click on Apply. We say yes here to apply network changes. See the network changes being applied, and then we want to click on OK. We can now go to the switch properties, open network and printer sharing, and we click on change adapter settings, and we can see the switch that we just created, V Ethernet new virtual switch. If you right click on that switch and we click on the properties, we're going to see that it is connected to the adapter that we chose, Hyper-V Virtual Ethernet Adapter 2. Close that box and let's close the network connections. Close network and sharing. Once Hyper-V has created the virtual switch and made these configuration changes, any new VM that you would choose to connect to the virtual switch will actually become part of the network. We now want to turn our attention to the MAC address. MAC address standing for Media Access Control Address. MAC address is a unique identifier that is assigned to the network adapter. Each physical adapter has a MAC address, and this MAC address identifies the adapter on the network. Hyper-V cannot use that one MAC address for all the virtual adapters connecting virtual machines to the network. Instead, Hyper-V creates a pool of MAC addresses when the Hyper-V role is installed. As the virtual machines are created, Hyper-V will assign a MAC address to the VM from its pool of MAC addresses. We want to take a look at the MAC addresses. We can view them or we can modify them. To do that, we want to click on Virtual Switch Manager. And under Global Network Settings, we want to click on MAC address. On the right-hand pane, we can see the MAC address. The first 3 bytes of the MAC address, range 00155G, as you can see here. And that is the organizational unique identifier. registered by Microsoft. Those first 3 bytes, again, you see them here, 00155G. Then you have the 4th and the 5th bytes of the MAC address, and those are the last 2 bytes of the IP address assigned to the server's physical network adapter, converted to hexadecimal notation. And then you have the 6th and last byte of the MAC address, and that contains the range of values from 00 to FF, which provide 256 possible addresses. And as we said before, Hyper-V servers will assign the MAC addresses to the network adapters in virtual machines as you, the administrator, create those adapters. The adapters will retain their MAC addresses permanently or until the adapter is removed from the VM. If the adapter is removed from the VM, then the server will reclaim any unused addresses, and the server will be able then to reuse those addresses. In this session, we looked at configuring MAC addresses and creating virtual switches. This is the end of our session. I want to thank you for listening.